What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about time to kill in Call of Duty Vanguard, at least based on the alpha build of the game and the weapons we currently have access to. I've seen a lot of people talking about the time to kill in this game and making certain assertions without actually having the data behind it. So that is the purpose of this video, is just to give you guys the data on what we have so far when it comes to time to kill, to help give us at least a little bit of an indication of what the time to kill is going to look like in the full build of the game. This is not designed to be a tip video to help you find the best time to kill weapon in Vanguard, nothing like that. This is more so just for our analysis of the time to kill in general. Now, of course, keep in mind this is from an alpha build of the game, so everything at this point is subject to change, and we're dealing with a very limited subset of the weapons that we'll have access to in the full game. Also, I don't have a controlled environment to test in, so this may not account for every one of the different multipliers on the body. And since they're reusing many of the aspects of Modern Warfare, it's likely we're also going to be seeing different body multipliers for regular full auto guns, which we didn't really see in Cold War. And also, one final thing I wanted to mention here is I did all this testing without upgrading the guns fully to get these special ammo types. So we have like certain ammo that's incendiary, so it lights people on fire after it shoots them. And then there's other ammunition that's actually explosive in this. I wasn't testing those, I'm just testing the base regular guns. So let's start off with the assault rifles, and in this we have the BAR and the STG-44. And both of these have a very slow rate of fire compared to a lot of the modern guns that we would see in the past two Call of Duty games. However, it looks like the BAR kills in 3 shots to the body, and the STG-44 generally kills in 4 shots to the body in their maximum damage ranges. I'm sure you can drop this off if you extend the range out quite a bit. And what this means is our time to kill potential on both of these is nearly identical at just over 300 milliseconds. And if we compare that to the previous two Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare and Cold War, since these are often both brought up because they have sort of the different ends of the spectrum of time to kill, in Modern Warfare for assault rifles, generally they're going to be killing in 3 to 4 shots in their maximum damage range, whereas Cold War, it's generally going to be 4 to 5 shots to kill. So if we're just looking at raw shots to kill, it looks like we're actually going to be following suit with Modern Warfare. However, you'll notice if you look at those time to kill values, we're leaning a little bit more in the direction of Cold War here, and this is primarily due to the fact that our rate of fire with these Vanguard weapons is quite slow compared to more modern weapons. Now, before you take this and start saying that we have Cold War level time to kills or it's closer to Cold War than Modern Warfare, there are other factors to consider. The first one is headshots in the Vanguard Alpha seem to be very, very powerful, much more powerful than in Cold War. I know, for instance, with the BAR, you can get a 2-shot kill to the head even without upgrading it, which gives us a ridiculously fast time to kill, and you can't do that with any of the assault rifles in Cold War. There's no 2-shot kill to the head assault rifle in Cold War, unlike in Vanguard. Additionally, another thing to keep in mind is, again, I'm not accounting for body multipliers here, and with Modern Warfare assault rifles, most of them required upper torso shots to get that best time to kill potential, and if you were mixing in lower torso shots or limb shots, it would actually slow our time to kill down. And as a result, that could bring our practical time to kill value up when it comes to Modern Warfare weapons. So this is a fairly nuanced topic here. The main thing I want you to take away from this, though, is when it comes to assault rifles, it looks like we're going to be killing in roughly the same number of shots as Modern Warfare. However, since our rate of fire values are likely to be lower on average for World War II weapons, this will give us a bit of a slower time to kill than we saw in Modern Warfare. But you can't forget those headshots. They're incredibly powerful in the current state of Vanguard, and with headshots mixed in, this is much more like Modern Warfare than Cold War. But next up, let's get into the SMG category, and with this we've got the Thompson at 800 rounds per minute, it's a 4-shot kill, and the MP40 at 625 rounds per minute, and this is a 3-shot kill if you're right up close and personal. What this means is our time to kill values range from 225 milliseconds with the Thompson down to 192 milliseconds with the MP40. And when we compare this to Modern Warfare and Cold War, with Modern Warfare, most SMGs were killing in 3 to 4 shots to the body up close, with an average time to kill of 178 milliseconds, whereas in Cold War, it generally took 4 to 5 shots to kill with an SMG, which gave us an average time to kill of 268 milliseconds. So it looks like in the SMG category, we're actually leaning much more in the direction of Modern Warfare. We've got very fast killing SMGs in Vanguard. However, we don't really know what the range values are on this. Keep in mind, when I was counting the number of shots to kill, I was making sure I was choosing clips where I was basically point blank. I was very, very close to my target. They could very easily balance this out by having short maximum damage ranges. But in either case, with SMGs, it's definitely more in the direction of Modern Warfare. But finally, since we're really only looking at regular primary weapons, like regular full auto guns, we're not looking at sniper rifles or pistols or anything, let's get into LMGs. And with this, we've got the MG42 and the DP27 in the Vanguard Alpha. Both of these have quite a high fire rate, especially the MG42, which is great to see that they've got that right. And with the MG42, it's going to be a 5-shot kill, whereas the DP27 is a 4-shot kill. This means for both of these guns, our time to kill potential is right around that 230 millisecond mark, which, when we compare that to Modern Warfare, their LMGs generally killed in 3 to 4 shots to the upper torso, which yielded an average time to kill of 192 milliseconds. Whereas in Cold War, it was 3 to 5 shots to kill depending on the LMG that you're using. However, our average time to kill up close to the body was 264 milliseconds. So at first glance, just looking at those base stats, it looks like we're kind of right in the middle when it comes to time to kill. It's actually going to be taking roughly the same number of shots to kill as the Cold War LMGs. However, at least with the two that we have access to in the Alpha, they've got quite a high fire rate, and therefore we get a faster time to kill potential. But another thing to consider is just like with the assault rifles, headshots on the LMGs appear to be very, very powerful, even more powerful than Cold War. And therefore, if we are looking at a practical time to kill where we manage to mix a headshot in there, I would once again say the general time to kill is going to lean a bit more in the Modern Warfare direction than the Cold War direction. However, not quite as fast as Modern Warfare on average. And that really seems to be the common trend that I'm seeing here. In general, based on what we can see in the Alpha from our limited set of weapons, the time to kill is generally leaning a bit more in the direction of Modern Warfare, but overall it's slightly slower than Modern Warfare. And when you include all of the other factors like headshots and body multipliers, for instance, it's unlikely that the time to kill is going to be anything even close to what we practically experience in Cold War. So yeah, there you go. That's the information. Now you can use this information to properly talk about the time to kill in Vanguard, instead of just making assumptions that it's Modern Warfare level time to kill or Cold War level time to kill. Because so far I've seen people state both. I've seen people state that it's more like Modern Warfare. I've seen people state it's more like Cold War. In general, it is more like Modern Warfare though. As for my opinion on this time to kill, really it's not too out of the ordinary for a Call of Duty game, with the two exceptions being Black Ops 4 and Cold War, since those are kind of outliers in the Call of Duty franchise. Contrary to what I've seen a lot of people say in the community, this is far from the fastest time to kill we've seen in Call of Duty. It's actually right around average if you look at the franchise over the past decade. And I'm personally okay with this. I think it's a nice change of pace to go sort of back and forth between Cold War level time to kill and this level of time to kill. The only thing with this is I hope they handle a lot of their other balancing decisions properly so that this plays well. It's hard to look at time to kill in isolation because there's a lot of other elements that we need to look at, like how much recoil do we have on the guns, like how easy is it to hit our shots in general, and then also things like our sprint out times and our aim down sight times. As long as all of those elements are balanced properly together, I think this time to kill, at least without the explosive rounds and stuff, could be just fine. But I really think we need to wait to get our hands on the 6v6 version of the game before forming any final opinions on this. Now that's just what I think about this. I would like to know in the comment section below though, outside of those explosive and fire rounds that we have in Vanguard's Alpha, what are you guys thinking about the feel of the time to kill in this game? Do you think it's too fast, too slow, or in a perfect spot as it is? Just let me know those thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.